Kilian's Angels Share is one of the most hyped niche fragrances of the last 5 years, and it finally has a flanker, Kilian's Angels Share Paradis. It's an extrait de parfum, 40% concentration, and the original is an eau de parfum. So which one is better? What are the differences? What are the similarities? I will tell you everything in this video. And last week I was in Milan, I had a private event with Kilian, and I had the privilege to interview Kilian Hennessy. So I have some secrets to tell you, and you have to watch until the end of the video. Let's dive in. So I have both the Angel Shares right here. Angel Share Paradis and the original Angel Share. As you can see, I actually have a second bottle of the original, because last week they gave me a beautiful packaging with both of the fragrances in one package. So I now have a backup bottle of the original Angel Share. But how do they compare side by side? I will tell you everything right now. So of course, everybody knows Kilian's Angel Share. It's one of the most hyped niche fragrances. Everybody's talking about it for the last 5 years. It's a statement-making fragrance. It's a beast mode fragrance. Everybody knows it by now. I mean, there are reviews everywhere. Fragrantica has a lot of reviews. Parfumo, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. Like everybody's talking about it. It's super hyped. Like Baccarat Rouge, Creed Aventus, Parfums de Marley Layton, Surge of Herba Pura. Those are the most well-known niche fragrances, and also very, let's say, mass appealing. Although this is still a very unique fragrance in this scent profile. Of course, it's already cloned 100 times by now, but still this is a unique scent profile, but it has a very beautiful mass appealingness to it, let's say. But it's a beast mode fragrance. It has amazing performance. It's really strong. And now you want to know, of course, how does it compare to the new one? So the new Angel Share Paradis is the perfect flanker in my opinion. It has the same DNA, about 70, maybe even 80% of the same DNA, but it goes its own direction. So it still has the warm spiciness, the sweetness, the woodiness, but it's balanced in a different way. So in my opinion, it's the perfect flanker because it's not redundant to have both. They're still different enough to have both. Plus you can layer them together. I already tried that actually. So I would say the original is more warm, spicy, and more woody. So that's a little bit more heavy, more darker, let's say. I would say that's perfectly unisex, but more leaning masculine. So slightly more leaning masculine. And I would say that the new Angel Share Paradis, it's a little bit more sweet. It has a raspberry accord. That's a raspberry liquor combined with the cognac. So it's also slightly more boozy. It is sweet. It has Bulgarian rose oil. So it's actually slightly floral, but it has more of a sweetness to it. So the rose is not too prominent. I think it's perfectly well balanced, but it adds a little sweetness to it. So it's still a fruity gourmand fragrance. So I would say, well, this is a fruity gourmand fragrance. The original is not a fruity gourmand fragrance. It's a warm, spicy, boozy gourmand. And this is a fruity with a slight hint of rose, boozy gourmand fragrance. So less warm, spicy, still warm, spicy though, but they go, both go their own direction. So as you can see, the bottles look very similar. I think the bottles are very beautiful. The new one is more dark orange with a sort of pink twist, a sort of raspberry color, let's say. And of course, the new one has the oak wooden cap, which looks beautiful in my opinion. And the original has the glass cap, which is actually plastic. New Angel Share Paradis has cognac, it has raspberry liquor, it is juicy, it's sweet, it also has tonka bean absolute, Bulgarian rose oil, it has praline, oak and sandalwood. But in the original, the oak is in the middle notes, and in the new one actually, the oak is in the base note. So Angel Share Paradis is a little bit sweeter, I must say. They're both still warm, spicy and boozy. I think the Paradis is slightly more boozy. It has a less of a warm spiciness. I think, although it's not listed in the notes, that I still detect cinnamon, but a lot less. The original has a lot of oak and a lot of cinnamon. It's very prominent. I have them side by side here. The Paradis doesn't contain cinnamon according to the notes. I still get a hint of cinnamon, not too prominent, but there's still cinnamon in here. And it has also like vanilla, but also a little bit more toned down. I think the vanilla is a little bit more prominent. Both of them have that vanilla tonka bean cinnamon DNA, which is sweet and warm spicy at the same time. But the original has more woodiness, more oak, more cinnamon. It's more warm spicy, and this is more sweet. It has that juicy raspberry liquor. It's slightly more boozy, and I think with the rose, which gives it a little bit more sweetness as well, I think I prefer, or I know 100% sure that I prefer Angels Share Paradis. Because Paradis is just a little bit more sexy. I think the cinnamon overall in the original Angels Share is a little bit maybe too much. I think there is slightly too much cinnamon. I would have toned it down a little bit. That's why Angels Share doesn't get a perfect rating from me. First, I would rate it 8.5 out of 10. Now I would actually rate it 9 out of 10 because I think it's an amazing fragrance. But Paradis is, in my opinion, perfectly well balanced. It's a 10 out of 10. I think the original is really nice, but the Paradis is my favorite. But you can also layer them together and that smells phenomenal. Both of them are not redundant to own. I would say if you have the original, try Paradis, test them side by side, see which one you prefer. But I would say it's not redundant to have both because they're still different enough. Now I'm going to talk about the longevity. As you know by now, the original Angels Share is already a beast. My bottle is pretty new actually. I got it in like a month ago. That bottle is my backup bottle that is actually brand new, not even sprayed. But that one was already a beast from the start. So it's very strong, it's very long lasting, and it projects a lot actually. So I would say even with a new batch, it's already a beast mode fragrance. It's really strong. Everybody will smell you. You have a nice sillage. You have a nice scent bubble around you. You will leave a central. I'm an oversprayer, so everybody smells me. And I must say, the new one actually has at least the same performance. I'm not sure if the projection is maybe more with the original or with the Paradis, because sometimes people think, eau de parfum, extrait de parfum, extrait is always better. No, the concentration is higher, that's true, but it doesn't mean that it's a better performer overall. Let's say an eau de parfum sometimes performs better than an extrait de parfum, but usually an extrait de parfum, because it has more oil, it sticks longer to the skin. So usually they last a little bit longer, but it doesn't mean that it projects better than an eau de parfum. I think the eau de parfum is a slightly better projector. It slightly projects a little bit more, a little bit further. Both of them have amazing performance. I must say both of them are beast mode. The Extrait, the Paradis, is very long lasting. I think at least 12 hours on my skin. The original also at least 10 hours on my skin. On clothing, Paradis is stronger. On clothing, it lasts a lot longer. It's really, really strong. And the original Angel Share as well. Of course, like the original Angel Share is of course cheaper. This has more high quality ingredients. It has more oil. So of course it's more expensive. I think the retail price right now of the eau de parfum is 245 euros if I'm correct. And the Extrait, the Paradis, is 340 euros. So both 50 ml. But you can also buy a 100 ml of the eau de parfum. And if you buy a refill of both of them, also the Extrait is more expensive, but you can buy 100 ml refill bottles. So that's, yeah, amazing. So if you already have the bottle, you can just refill it later. And of course, retail prices are just retail prices. I always say, watch out for online discounters. Buy it cheaper if you can. Of course, only on legit discounters. Watch out for fake websites that also exist. But if you check my links, I always have legit websites with discount codes, so you can check that as well. My final verdict is actually that they are both amazing fragrances. It's personal preference. I mean, I prefer the Paradis. I love sweet fragrances. I love gourmand fragrances. I love boozy fragrances. I love warm, spicy fragrances. I think Angel Share is really nice, but it's not perfect. I would rate it 9 out of 10. Originally, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. So it's now a little bit higher. I think it's a little bit better in my book right now. But still, because it's a little bit too warm spicy, a little bit too much, let's say, a little bit too much cinnamon. I think the Paradis is well better balanced. It is a little bit more sweet. It's a little bit more sexy in my opinion. Both of them are unisex, but the original is a little bit more masculine, I must say. And the Paradis is perfectly unisex. Some of the people might think it's a little bit more feminine because it's fruity and it has the Bulgarian rose oil. I think both of them are unisex enough. Men can wear them, women can wear them. They're super sexy on men. Both of them are amazing. So I hope this helps you. I would say this is just my opinion. This is just me talking about fragrances that I like. My skin type is different than yours. My nose is different than yours. So this is just my honest opinion. I would say go to the store or buy samples online, test them side by side, give one a full wearing on your left side and one a full wearing on your right side, sniff them, test the longevity, test what your preferences are, and thank me later. Now I'm going to tell you a few secrets that I heard last week. So last week I had the privilege to interview Kilian himself, and he spilled a few secrets. I asked him, yeah, what are the next extraits going to be? Are there going to be more extraits? Because I told him actually that Kilian Smoking Hot that I have right here is my favorite, but right now the Angels Share Paradis is my new favorite. This takes the number 2 place, and then Angels Share takes the number 3 place. And I think Black Phantom takes the number 4 place. I don't have it in my collection yet. But he told me that the next extraits, or extraits, I say extrait because it's extrait de parfum in French, of course. So the next extraits are going to be Black Phantom, Smoking Hot, Good Girl Gone Bad, Straight to Heaven, and Love Don't Be Shy. So this year we will be expecting 5 more extrait de parfums. So that's amazing news. I'm super excited. I hope you are too. Let me know, what is your favorite Kilian fragrance? Have you smelled the new one, the Angels Share Paradis? Which one do you prefer? Everybody's opinion is different. I prefer the Paradis over the original. Let me know your scent of the day. Let me know what you think of Kilian in general. What do you think of the new extrait, the parfums that are coming out? In the meantime, I have an amazing giveaway going on with discontinued fragrances. Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de L'Homme Blue Electrique or Mugler Pure Malt. Go back to my YouTube short section, scroll back a few days and participate in the YouTube short. The rules are very simple. You just have to subscribe to my YouTube channel and type the word done on the YouTube short. The winner can choose which one he or she wants, worldwide shipping available. So that's from my personal collection, a personal giveaway. Thanks again for watching. It would be really helpful if you just like my video or give a comment or both, or subscribe to my channel. That would be even more amazing. Thanks again for watching, and I will be back with another full video in a few days. You may overspray. Namaste.